Yo, what's happening? It's your boy Papa Duck back with another video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you go to ubuntuapparel.com. Yes, it's in the description below. Go ahead and grab you some. That's how y'all can help support me with this journey. And if you're on YouTube, just go right below. Go to the store and support. Now, check this out. Me and my family been talking about buying land. I'm going to tell y'all why. Because they told us wrong. Paying for a house for 30 years, you shouldn't have to pay for nothing for 30 years. Not only when you paying for a house for 30 years, you got to maintain finances for 30 years. So what if you and your husband, wife, whatever, what if y'all go through it in 15 years, 20 years? Because it's everything right now that's online, everything is online right now to separate you. Ain't nothing but titties and ass online. Ain't nothing but dude with big stacks of money online. Everything in this environment, it doesn't align with a successful marriage. You have to understand that. So it's going to be difficult, as you see, because a lot of people who made it 30, 40 years together had that shit, had what we got right now been 50 years, 60 years ago, a lot of them wouldn't have made it. That's just facts. So you got to maintain a relationship with the person you with, because it takes two. Two people going to always outdo one. Give a damn what nobody say. That's just basic math. Now, not only do you got to maintain finances, you got to maintain your health. You know how much sugar in all these products? I told you sugar is 10 times more addictive than cocaine. Go look it up. Don't take my word for it. Go look it up. So you got to be healthy. Look at all the shit that's going on. The big C, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, all that. So not only that, this is the thing, right? I push credit, but like I tell people with credit. Yeah, if you got to get a house, get a house. If you got to get a car, get a car. But I don't like liabilities. I like assets. I push people to get your credit fixed, not to tear it down, but to go get your business. Now, before y'all say, oh, it's debt, that's still debt. Would you loan a motherfucker $50,000 and want nothing back? I used to think that same way. This ain't our system, bro. But I'm going to tell you what black people mess up at. We don't stick together. I learned this, and it took me so long, something so simple, to learn this. When these other people go in these banks and get this money, get this credit, they go spend money with they brothers, they fellow people, they culture. If you Indian, right? If you Indian, you're not spending a motherfucking dime with black people. Why don't nobody spend money with us? This is why this never works. If you had a hotel and I had a supplies company, I can sell my products to you, right? You got a hotel, right? You need People need to stay at your hotel. We stay at your hotel. See, it's a system, right? This is why if we got reparation right now, we're going to blow it. Man, that shit going to be spent before the ink dry on the check with most of us, because we don't have a system. Why you think the Hard Rocks are out with the Seminoles, the Seminole Indian? Those people make money off of their business. They created a money printer. They pay their people through those casinos. What I'm trying to explain to y'all is this, right? We've been taught wrong, bro. This is why I tell people, stop promoting that I ain't buying from blacks and this and that. Yeah, I know we are sometimes, you know, we don't do good business, but who the fuck does? Name me one nationality that just does perfect business. I was in a Chinese restaurant one time years ago, and I noticed the Chinese person would take the white people their food, but black people had to walk up to the counter and get their food. Bitch, I snap. Bitch, I snap. But what I'm trying to explain to y'all is this is why we are so far behind. But I'm going to tell you this. We are being programmed to self-destruct. We've been programmed to hate each other. And music is one of the biggest ways to do this. Imagine paying somebody peanuts to destroy a whole culture. This is what the music does. I had to realize this, bro. Music makes us separate. Music, look at this shit go really talking about, no disrespect. Because I've talked about it too in music till I was like, man, this don't make no sense, bro. All we're doing is like I say, when the world does something to you or your oppressor does something to you so long till you start to like it, you start to doing it to yourself. And when you do that, you have just became in partnership with your oppressor. Now he don't have to do it as much because you're going to do it for him. Quack, quack. Now listen, I'm going to tell y'all this, right? Go really talk about this. My ass getting fatter, my stomach getting flatter, my ass getting bigger, and all this shit. And I don't need a nigga and this and that. Man, bro, that's a frequency. Those are strong words. Don't you know words are spells? And we're not in a society that teaches us this, or do we realize, man, we're dancing to the tune of our own demise. Distro strobes, like distro lights in the club, when they be flashing the disco balls, that shit promote violence through impulse. And we don't even know it. Rap music is the lowest vibration. This is why you got bass and bottom. This is the lowest chakra, the lowest vibration. This is why when a bitch go in the club, man, that shit lead to sex, fornication, lust, violence. The average motherfucker commit a crime, they either high or influenced. Who can influence you or your like? You gonna really know how strong this is when the child you raised start toting guns. You ain't teach that child to tote no damn gun or wear no damn poo shiesty. Half of these mothers don't even know what a fucking poo shiesty is. Man, we promote ski masks. Man, since I've been born, negativity always been surrounded by black people, and it don't come from us. Our conditioning comes from the motherfuckers at the top. Our conditioning comes from people who gonna make sure we're in the condition that we're in. See, I tell the pastors all the time, they be talking about, oh, these jitterbugs running around here with the guns and they don't know how to act and this and that. Well, motherfucker, go to the record companies that's signing the motherfuckers who putting the money behind them to go out here and talk about it. Churches make billions a year. And black churches are the only churches that beg and ask. I ain't gonna say beg, I take that back, but I'm gonna stand on business. Black churches are the only ones that ask these people for money. These people ain't even got no damn money in the first place, and you scare the hell out of them with the white Jesus thing. Instead of you tithing for a year, and you take all that tithing money and go get a business like the white churches do. Go get a business. You have to create a money printer like the Seminoles did with the Hard Rock. But what I'm telling y'all is this is why credit don't work for us. Because we spend money and put money in other people's pockets. We don't get credit and use it for we don't take advantage of it. Cause like I say, it's gonna be a little interest on it. You just gotta know how to manage it. We need to start putting together ways to manage this money, but we also need to own businesses. We need to come up with a construct like the Jewish people do, like the Indians and all these other motherfuckers do, man. If you sell chickens, we coming to you to buy our chickens. If this man do graphics, we coming to him to do graphics. We creating a circle. If you look at that web that's on the dollar bill, that's what that web stands for, right? That, like they say, it's a African saying. 1,000 spiders can tie up a lion. We got to start looking at it for what it is. I used to be in my feelings and emotions too and be like, man, you know what? The world shouldn't be like this and like that. But I had to realize when I read that book, The Art of War, I learned to get out of my feelings and I learned to take what's in front of me and use it to my advantage. They got an advantage of us. They created this money system. They got the world fooled with this money system. But what we could do, we could take that same monetary system and use it back on them. We got to come together. We got to come together. Every time that we don't spend money with each other, we're putting money in other cultures and we're funding our own demise. I tell y'all that all the time. You are funding these motherfuckers to take advantage of you. They got money to live in these high rises. They got money to live in places that you can't live, that well, they don't got to deal with the violence or certain things that you deal with. And you are the one that's funding it. Bro, you rich people, you can't make money off rich people. You can only make money with rich people. That's a big difference. What I'm telling y'all is some real shit. We need to come up with and they're going to try to shut it down. I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to come for us, but fuck them. We need to come up with a group. We need to come up with a society. We need to have our own black voice, right? Our own black party. When something happened to us as black folks, we have a party. Not that dumbass AACP, none of that. That ain't even owned by black people, bro. All that be that boule bullshit, bro. NAACP ain't for black people. That shit is an illusion. Because if it was, Look how many things that I ain't got to go down the list of that, man. I ain't on none of that shit no more. This is why there's more Martin Luther King streets than there is Malcolm X. Cause Malcolm X was like, fuck him. That's why you see him with the AK to the wonder. Cause you can't be rational with the unrational. We ain't got time for that. We're running out of time. What I'm telling y'all is this, bro. We need our own black party. So if something happened to us as black folks, we have someone we can go to or a group of people that represents us and we represent it, that has a voice for us. Because once we start touching their pockets, you're going to see them bitches at the top start jumping ship. If black people came together right now and just spent money with each other, you'll see just how many of the motherfuckers at the top will start jumping ship. Because what they'll do, them bitches will cut and stab each other. That's what they're going to do. They're going to try to side with us now. Right? I'm telling y'all this, bro. You can't go to war in America unless you got your money right. All that talking and all that shit here, it means nothing in America. And we know this because we've been brainwashed that money is everything. So let's just take that same, all that influence that they put behind that dollar bill to make us think we need it. Let's take it and use it back against them. Let's start creating compounds, family compounds. Stop living in the HOA where these motherfuckers be telling you can't paint your house, you can't do this and all that. Man, fuck off. We ain't on none of that dictatorship. Get you a compound where you and your family can go live. And I know a lot of y'all gonna say, oh man, my family, we ain't together. Birds over, I'm gonna say blood thicker than water and all that. Hopefully this message will make you put all that to the side. Because it's your responsibility to be that, man. These people put us in this condition and they're gonna take advantage of us in this condition. Like, we got to do away with all that black on black shit. We got to do away with all that spinning the block, poo shiesty. We got to do away with all that putting black folk down, putting each other down, because we see what goes on, bro. It ain't going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Our kids going to suffer, man. They're going to suffer. So we have to create a group, and this is why they keep us divided. They understand and they know when you come together as a group, you're more consolidated. You're more consolidated on one agenda. It ain't 1,000 people going 1,000 different directions. And this is why they try to make all gangs seem to be bad. But the best thing about gangs is they come together. That's a psychology, bro. This is why I say, man, we need our own schools, man. We need our own everything. You know what I'm saying? And instead of us getting our feelings, fuck it. Let's get our money up and go get it. Let's start, cause like I say, when they do stuff like this, when they work together, spend money with each other, they call that business. When we do it, it's racist. Know the difference, bro. Like I say, I've used credit. That's how I started my t-shirt business. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see it right behind me. Like, I'm very transparent with y'all. You feel me? That's how I started a supplies company. I've went to hotels where these Indian people own and run these hotels. They not buying nothing from us, bro. They understand that if I put $1 in a black man's hand, I'm empowering him, bro. Hey, so this time to cut the shit, bro. But it's going to be hard because we don't control the music. We don't control the radio stations. We don't control the TV stations. All forms of media where you can put information out by the masses, we don't control it. It's time we start controlling it. It's time we start embracing real music. It's time we build something. I'm telling about anybody, bro, I don't care who it is. Like, these superstars, these NFL players, basketball, bro, whatever, I don't care, man. Y'all need to put some money up, man. Y'all need to really come together and see what's going on. And we don't need everybody, because every nigga ain't a nigga. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. We understand that. We take those like-minded people, man, we create our process, and if they go through that process thoroughly and make it to the end, then they in. We're not just saying deal with black people because they black. No, man. If your work speaks for itself and people are talking good about you, we recommend you to the rest of the group. If we got a group of 1 million black folks with different businesses, don't you know we can create our own schools? We can teach our children how to do this because we got 1,000 businesses in that 1 million people that has that same business that looking for people to come under them and work for them. This is what America does. They just do it on a way bigger scale and people don't understand. As a matter of fact, they make you go to school and pay for the shit. Think about that, what I just said. If it's 1 million black people, right? They got their own businesses. We got different businesses. We can create our own schools and we can tell them, okay, put on the board what y'all want to come to school for. Out of these million black people, we got all kind of businesses. You know what I'm saying? With all the ratings, and we know what the business does, and it's a successful business. Oh, I want to go to school for this. We teach them. How many people we got in the field out of that million people? Oh, we got over 1,000 businesses that's, you know, we recruit our own people. America does this same fucking thing. You go to college, you come out and you go to one of these businesses. I don't care what you do on American soil. You're helping America build its empire. And you got to pay for it. Let's get smart, people, man. Listen, man, it's your boy Papa Duck, man. I love y'all. Put your comments on the bottom of this video. This is a community where we can learn from each other. And like I say, man, something has to change, bro. We got to start supporting each other. We have to understand what group economic does. You feel me? We got to start spending money with each other. And anybody who want to start this group, let's start it, bro. I'm all in. I don't care what we got to do. Let's start it, and we start bringing people in. We start bringing black businesses in. We create a system, man, and we spend money with each other because we the ones at the bottom, bro. And if nobody understands that, I don't expect them to. Because if you ain't never walked a day in these shoes, like I tell you, man, I'm going to say this, I'm going to go on. The worstest thing in the world is a complaining white man. Old people always said that. Never understood it until now. And basically what I mean by that is this. If you can't make it being a white man in America, don't look this way. That's just for y'all to take and understand. The conditions that we were born in had nothing to do with this shit, bro. Nothing, bro. It's sad, man. Sometimes I used to cry tears when I first started getting into the music, because I come from the music background. Yes, I talked about that shit, but I don't know more. But I used to cry tears, bro. Walking in 5-star restaurants, seeing white families eat. No black people in that bitch enjoying that dinner. Enjoying they daddy, then the granddaddy, and then the grandmama and the man, y'all don't know what that shit do to a nigga, man. That's how I knew then, man, I had a heart. If I could walk in a 5-star restaurant and see other cultures can afford that shit, and I know what it costs because I'm in there, and can enjoy that shit, man, that shit to break me down. Okay? But listen, man, like I tell y'all all the time, in order for you to be found, you must first be lost. I love y'all, and I'll get with y'all in the next one, man. Peace.